fact at all?
No, I think he's got into his rhythm at the moment, David. This is the halfway marker we're coming up to here, 5k. He'd have checked his watch there and made sure he's all right. But we're back in the transition area. Someone's very enthusiastic, but I think he's made a slight mistake here.
He's gone the wrong way.
He's gone the wrong way, boys. Yeah, back again. Oh, yeah, well, he gets a double cheer from the crowd. I think that's probably what he's doing. He's milking the crowd there a bit. And he's on his way out eventually. An extra bit of distance there. But look at this. I mean, there's been some terrific racing here today. And we're back now for second and third places in the men's event. And Hobson and Van Elst are really neck and neck almost, inches between them, David.
They've had a tremendous battle all the way through, haven't they? Van Elst, coming from a great tradition from the Netherlands, they really have produced some fine triathletes over the year. One guy, Rod Burrell, in the top 10 in the world in this event. But they've produced a good race. In fact, this has been, I suppose, the centre of our attention, focusing on the battle for second place between number 12 and number 3, the man from Holland and the man from England. What a great race. Steve, you can probably relate now, looking at their style. Who looks the most comfortable at this stage?
Well, I think on the outside there, Van Elst looks as if he moves forward there, but I think I'll just to let the bike go past. They're cutting the bends, obviously. But as we cut back, or go forward, I should say, there's the leader again. Garrett McCarthy, looking very comfortable, isn't he? I mean, I think that's all important. He knows all he's got to do now, I think, after coming back from the 5k marker, is just relax. He's probably seen where the other runners are. He now knows that he's just got to take it easy and come in. And look, as we pan back there, we can't see anybody behind him. And he's looking very comfortable. A great performance from this guy. I mean, to lead from gun almost to the tape so far is just to show you that he's one of the top guys in the world at this event.
And he can actually look at the lead car and check his time. 1:38 it was at that time. So he knows he's going to be running around 1:50, 1:55. So he knows how much distance he's got left.
Back at the feeding station there for the other two guys in second and third. Having trouble grabbing hold of something. Oh, look at that. Now that's a nice gesture, I think.
Very nice.
It just goes to show that even in the heated competition that they can still be friends amongst that sort of situation.
I don't think I've seen that happen before in sport, but goes to show what fine friends these guys are.
Sarah going past the 5k marker there. Checks her watch, as they all do, to make sure that she's on schedule. They're so precise, these athletes. They really do know pace. They judge it perfectly, David.
Well, back to Van Elst and Hobson battling it out, and there's the break.
Well, that was decisive. Look at that. I mean, even our motorbike rider can't keep up with Van Elst there, David. He really is sprinting superbly at the end of this race. Worthy of an athlete on the track, let alone someone that's a triathlete. So he's really made a decisive effort there. But as we look up from our aerial shot, there's the leader coming in now to the town, and I'm sure that Garrett's more than pleased to see the finish line coming up.
He's going to get a great reception. First thing he did when he came off the plane was to go visit his grandmother in Cork. It must be tremendous coming back to Ireland and being victorious and so dominating. A great race by Garrett McCarthy. He now wants to compete for Ireland. He's actually stated that. So it's up to the Irish to maybe pick another team member from abroad, as they've done in certain other sports.
Look at that.
There he comes through. Great time. Punches the air with joy.
I think you can say he's safely happy. Oh, don't forget to stop the watch. It's all important. He's very, very pleased about that one. Doesn't look all that tired, really. I mean, I know he's put his hands on his hips, but he's still upright, isn't he?
Douses himself in water. Deserves that.
Garrett, it must be lovely to come home with a victory like that.
Oh, I've had a down season with a lot of flats. I was praying I wouldn't get a flat today, and then with the runners behind me off the bike, didn't think the cushion was enough. With the halfway point, feeling comfortable, I knew I could hang on. Although the last mile hurt like hell.
I mean, you've led from the whole beginning, the whole race. You had a minute-and-a-half lead after the swimming. It was cut to about 50 seconds after the cycling. So they were closing on you. Were you aware of that?
I figured they might. It's a little hard to cycle by yourself. When you're passing the people on the second and third laps, you can't judge what they're going because they're going slower. So I was just running scared.
And there's Ben Van Elst. He's not running scared. He's very happy with his position in second place. Still looking superb after all the effort. Powered his way past Richard Hobson on the last part of the race, and still smiling as he comes through the line there. Great run. Takes a bit of a drink there, much needed, I think. There's the race director. Giving him a pat on the back there.
Desi
McHenry, that's right. And there's Richard coming through for third place there. He looks very tired actually. The last bit must have hurt him. Ben giving him a congratulatory pat. And in fourth position there, that's Cook. And I think he's followed closely by one of the relay runners there, so that's not a finisher in the triathlon. It's part of the relay that's going on in conjunction with that. Looks another tired athlete there. Checks his watch again, they all do, don't they? Back at the front though of the women's race. It's looking tough, but Sarah's still keeping it going. You can hear her feet hitting that tarmac, David. She's tired, not up on her toes. She's really suffering a bit here, but she's keeping the rhythm going. I'm sure she'll be pleased with the way she's performing. She's got that gap now, and I don't think they're going to close it. Back now to Alison. There's a great shot. Look at that. Look at the concentration on her face, but she's breathing slightly erratic. Sweat dripping off. Dehydration a big problem, but she's keeping it going. There's a lot of determination in that girl. And we pan back now to the finish. I think that's one of the other Dutch guys coming in. That's Richard van Diesen. He'll be pleased with that. That's in fifth place. Casually through the line there. Oh, and there's a warm welcome from the Irish crowd here. Noel Munnis coming in sixth place. A great run from him. He's really pleased with that one. Very, very good. Well done, Noel.
And there's confirmation of the results. The top 10. Garrett McCarthy in first place from the United States. Ben van Zelst from Holland in second. And Richard Hobson from England in third place.
And here comes Sarah Coop, the last half mile. She's working hard, but she's done tremendously well. She really has given everything she's got here, pushing hard, coming into the crowd. They're going to lift her a bit. And there's the lead motorcycle, been following her all the way. Must be a relief to come down the last stretch. It's downhill slightly. Look at that, she's in front of some of the men that have been on the cycle now. Just shows the sort of performance she's put in here, and it's terrific to see this from the girls. They really are so strong at the moment. Coming into the crowd, they're going to cheer her all the way in. Well done, Sarah, that is a great run. The tape there must be a welcome relief. Rests it, quick smile, stops the watch that they all do.
The swim was really hard to find your way across. It seemed easy, but when you're on the level of the water, you don't know where you're heading for. And a lot of us headed down too far and had to swim back up, so that was hard. And then it was catch up on the bike and trying to hold it on the run.
And there in second place, coming in now, is Alison Hamilton. Getting a pat on the back there from one of her competitors. Through the line, looks tired though, David, looks very tired. Grabs a quick drink. I'm sure she'll be lucky to, she'll be pleased to get that down her, I'm sure.
Very spirited run there from Alison.
Yes, and in third place there, well, that's Vicky Lascombe. She's come right through, taking Sylvia Cranston. She must be pleased with that 10k run, because that was a strong run from her.
She did so well after the swim, Steve, didn't she? And she's come back into third position.
Yes, and we pan back now, and there is Sylvia Cranston. She lost a lot of ground on that 10k, but I think at the end of the day she must be pleased with that. A good performance for her team. Alison Hamilton, runner-up, a minute and 20 seconds behind Sarah. How did you find the race?
Well, I decided I was going to enjoy it whatever happened. So I was rather pleased to have had a good swim start despite having to go back into the current at the end of it. So I was surprised that I was up on the swim because it's not my strong discipline.
And there we have confirmation of the top 6 in the women's result. And it was Sarah Coop first, second place